Page 134 at number 11. Why is a person who writes with their left hand patur, biblically exempt, but still rabbinically forbidden from liability on Shabbat? And how does this differ from carrying on an object from one domain to another domain with the left hand? Yeah? Says Rav Ovadia Yosef. Writing with the left hand is a suda right or no?
Writing depends on who.
Huh?
Depends if he's a lefty.
So it says over here, only one who writes with his left hand is exempt.
Right. Writing writes with the
As
left.
it is delicate labor, as writing, I should write, as writing is a delicate labor. Delicate or tedious? Meticulous. Writing is very specific. You have to know. Akkurat. How do you call it? Delicate, specific, meticulous,
Specific.
meticulous, tedious, detailed.
I don't know.
Okay. We'll wait for some professor to come. Ana, Professor Oma. Professor na angliska Oma.
Red Bulabakur. Moshe Tzaloma.
Russian today. Приятно аппетит. Moshe Tzaloma.
Bechor? Why are you so rafted? Rafted. כל הכבוד.
На месячный пойдем.
Месяц. Да. Потом.
Окей.
Вы берете, что ли?
Ага, вон.
Они сказали, там машины все закроют дороги. Только на Uber и сам Джапо. Потому что они там...
Where?
Которые по Ниссану,
Да, да.
столько людей будет, никто даже не сможет
Thousand
приехать до машины.
Ого.
Elite Palace.
Ого.
Он сам объявил, там, он говорит, на машине приезжайте.
Там вот такая улица и такой ресторан большой.
Вау.
Он сказал, Uber, Усама, Джапов и уехал.
כל הכבוד. The whole community
Я
supporting.
у него дома был, даже место стояния. Вот так,
Yeah, I was.
серьезно.
I know. So
Non-stop.
the guy stands outside, making people in, out. The bouncer. There's so many people there. So, Ishkin Abina. Josh Began Eden Bosha.
All this helps her
But-
right now,
but-
the fact that they do all this.
Of course. Bechor. When you see this type of things, you say, I don't have any problems in life. The landlord that doesn't gives you a headache, the pipe that bursts, the car that doesn't work. Oh, this is nothing in comparison to a pain that Chas v'shalom, Ishkin Abina. Ishkin Abina. Okay, but one who transfers, Josh Beganed Moshe Amin. But one who transfers an object from one domain to another with his left hand is biblically liable. Bechor, writing with the left hand for a writing
Если он пишет левой рукой,
with the left hand he writes.
окей,
He's usually writing with the right,
окей.
but he wants to right now write beshinui. With the left hand is shinui, ni mutar ni gavari, the rabbanan.
Рабанан.
Not the oraita, the rabbanan.
Рабанан.
And what about carrying with the left hand? Outside there is no eruv. Can I say, Rabbi, I'm going to carry in the abnormal way? How are you going to write carry abnormal way? I'm going to carry with my left hand. Didn't you tell me that writing with the left hand is shinui?
Writing and carrying is two different.
Very good. See, I told you a professor in English.
Because writing, writing never writes with the left. But carrying, a person carries.
Right,
So carrying his left is not shinui.
right. Because commonly done with the left hand during the week as well.
Change maybe, people do change.
And it's not considered to be a deviation from the melacha, from the normal. Hey, Mr. Mavashir, בלי עין הרע, 2 for 2. נכון? כל הכבוד.
Работает.
Mavashir, כל הכבוד, 2 for 2. Now listen to this. writing with the left hand on Shabbat, what we learn? It's not the Oraita level, it falls down to the Rabbanan level. But carrying with the left hand, it's the same level as carrying with the right hand. Why? What's the difference? Because writing, everybody that is righty, Pravsha, is not writing with the left. Even Bechor doesn't write with the left.
Anybody carry.
But carrying, people carry with the right hand, carry with the left hand. You hold your phone only on the right hand or sometimes with the left hand also?
Yes.
Well, when you go outside, you carry it. Sometimes like this, sometimes like that. Therefore, it's not considered to be a change, a deviation.
It's not abnormal, no?
Huh?
Is that what you're
It's
trying
not abnormal,
Not
exactly.
an abnormal way.
Carrying, it's not an abnormal thing. Number 12. How would read the question?
Pintoshki.
Не знаю. 12.
Я тоже.
Меч читать?
Да. שהכל ברשות מוריי ורבותיי. שהכל means God. בכל what שהכל means?
God created the world with the words.
Everything.
Everything with the
Good.
words.
שהכל, everything. נהיה created בדברו with Hashem's words. He didn't have to take a hammer, a chisel, a paint, glue, cement. He said, המשודה. ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Аминь. Вот, Раф, почему мы любую бараха делаем, это что-то не делаем, что бараха говорим? А когда садака бараха не говорим?
That's for another time. Bechor. Bracha is between you and Hashem. Tzedakah is between you and people. Mitzvot that you do between you and people, you don't say bracha. Why? Because maybe the other person is not going to like the mitzvah you did. You gave him $1. Everybody give a quarter, you give $1. I say, oh, there's this cheap guy, give me $1. You're rich, you're supposed to give me $100. He's going to throw you at the dollar back. So if you said already bracha, what is it going to be?
Батала.
Batala.
A good explanation is the
I
sadaka,
understood.
Hashem say, or somebody beat it like this hand, I don't need the baraka kavanot. Give him right away.
Give him right away. Exactly.
Why
שהכל
didn't
גופים
they-
בכל.
Why didn't they institute the baracha when you put in tzedakah box, for example?
Huh? It's also maybe not enough. Whatever you're putting, maybe it's not
Also,
enough.
We do barachot for eating and drinking. Maybe we have no kavanah. We still make a baracha.
When you put tzedakah in the tzedakah box, you didn't fulfill the mitzvah. Unless it has a sign of some company, some organization. And whenever that company organization receives it, thinking maybe from you, it's supposed to give much more. What is this? Total of $100 over the whole year. We expected $1,000 over there.
No, I know, but between
So
us,
it's the same idea.
between us and Hashem, also sometimes person doesn't have a kavanah, make a wrong mistakes also. But Hashem accepts everything. Always happy with us.
Yeah, yeah. You wear tefillin, you wear tefillin. You made tzitzit, you made tzitzit. With the mitzvah that is between you and others, the other person can say, I don't like it. So bracha was only established for mitzvot that there is no other decision maker besides God. Okay, back to us. That's how the Rashba explains. That's not my words. Rashba explains this way. Number 12. Aaron, you with us?
It makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah. So number 12, Bechavod.
Why is a person who engraves letters with their left hand liable? And how does this relate to the view that using a left hand constitutes a change for labors typically done with the right hand? What is the halachic implication for someone who needs to seal something on Shabbat? Seal закрыть?
Seal, glue, как cement поставить. Yeah? So let's see. One who engraves letters with his left hand is biblically liable because he does not change the form of the letters. If I write with my left, it goes down a level. From Torah, goes down to Rabbanan. What if I engrave? You know, engrave is?
Yeah.
Vibivati.
Yeah? Engrave with my left hand. This is also the Rabbanan or this is the Oraita?
Loraita.
That's the Oraita. What's the difference? Because sometimes people do engrave with the left hand.
Yeah.
Writing is more delicate, sensitive. Engraving, it's much more hard. something that is hard, you can do with the left hand also.
Sol kan daar door.
Doraita. Engraving with the left hand, doraita. And it is not considered a delicate labor. Okay, the delicate, we have to work on that word. Since some say that using the left hand is considered an alteration for all labors typically done with the right hand, the same principle applies in our case. Therefore, maybe we should say, but some say. Can you close that door maybe? But some say, okay, the same principle applies in our case. Now, Bechor, you should know, some say that all the melachot that you do with the left, it's called shinui. If you usually do with the right, even if sometimes I do with the left also, you did on Shabbat with the left, it's shinui. Shinui, abnormal. Not normal, abnormal.
Ненормально.
Он-
Не как обычно.
Включатель вы вот так когда-то включаете, вы же на подходите рукой включаете, а это шинуй называется.
Необычный.
Необычным способом.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Yeah, some people like to play with their phone, example, with the right hand.
Yeah.
Nah? Or make a phone call, tick, 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 with the thumb of the right hand, if they're righty. They can also do it with the left, but it's not very comfortable.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do with the left also. If his hand is greasy on chalpak pakush or something greasy, he has to make a phone call, he'll do it with the left hand. But it's not a very common thing. I see all the time people when they play with the phone, usually they're holding it with the right hand. If that guy made with the left hand on Shabbat a phone call, or some text message, или Facebook, или whatever he did.
Вообще нельзя.
Нельзя. What level he did?
Little bit down.
Lower or higher?
Lower.
According to the first opinion, only writing, because if I give you to write with the right hand,
Yeah.
and I say Bechor, write Bechor with the left hand, write Boris with the left hand, is Pochir is going to come out the same or no?
No.
No. So there is a change in the result.
Yes.
However, if you made a text message with the left hand or you made a text message with the right hand, the text message is the same text message?
Yes.
It's going to be
So the end result,
slower.
it's the same. It's lower, but the same end result. So that's, how do we look at this? Do we look at the slower part of it? And therefore it goes down a level? Or do we go at the end result? End result is the same. So who cares if it's the right or the left? It's the same thing. That's the machloket over here. You understand? Rabbi Yosef says that according to some opinions, we look at the process also, not only in the result.
Because then when let's say
I give you right now 3 examples. As you said before, turning on the light, right? People usually do with their fingers.
Yes.
What if a person right now is going to go with his fist like this to the switch?
On.
Let's say his fingers are oily, greasy, just ate chalpak, riba, whatever it is, it's greasy. He goes right now to the switch like this. It's a usual way or not usual way?
Not usual.
Not usual. But sometimes people do it or no?
yeah.
Yes.
Elbow.
Unusual.
Also,
Huh?
Lower.
If your hands are busy, right now you're carrying shopping or whatever,
Right.
you're gonna go with the elbow.
That's
Nachon? But it's still a change.
Yes.
What about your nose?
Oh, that's abnormal.
How often did you turn on the light with the nose? This is super change, right? So I give you right now 3 examples that are all change, but it's called shinui katan or shinui gamu, complete change, like turning the light with the nose,
That's a complete change.
or
А еще если ушем.
Result is the same.
the result is the same. Do we look at the result,
No.
or do we look at the way you made it, the method, the process?
The action.
So Rabbi Yosef says the same thing is with the left hand. The left hand, if I usually do things with the right hand, if I do it with the left, in writing, it's clearly shinui. Видно, so result другой получился. If you're doing it with the other actions, it's not, the process is different, but the result is the same. So because of that, there is a machloket. There was one time, Bechor, they came to me and they asked, Rabbi, what do we do? I'm teaching Shabbat afternoon class. A lot of people was over there in that synagogue. People that they were older crowd, Bechor. I used to teach them Masechet Brachot with Gemara, with Rishonim, with Tosfot, and the bottom line. People came to me and said, Rabbi, how do you teach this old school Gemara, Tosafot? How did... They only need stories. They cannot... How do you do that? I said, sit down, you'll see. Hashem Mamash made it so beautiful. That shiur was one of the good shiurim I had in my past. One of the guys over there comes, he says, Rabbi, next door, we make the Suda Shlishit, is Yushvoi Bovom. A lot of people supposed to come soon. Plata got turned off. Why? The plata they made, extra plata because a lot of people, the wire that they made over there was an extension cord. People passed by, pach, at Kluchil. Now they got disconnected. What do you do right now, Bechor?
Я быстренько этому Гою скажу, он включит.
Problem, Bechor, turning on a plata on Shabbat will be a problem of Deoraita.
You're not putting flat on.
You put the plata on.
You put it electric on.
Electrical that gets hot in your favor, it's
Она
Deoraita.
уже кипит, горячий.
Все равно. Все равно, а если он холодный стал, через час он ко мне пришел.
Не, уже не пойдет.
Can I tell him, what do you do? Yavagon Odam, Yushvoi Bovosh.
Ради митцва
All the
можно.
cousins, all the grandkids, everybody come.
Ради митцва можно.
Ask one guy to tell another guy.
So I told him this thing. He said, it's hard, I cannot find the second goy. I said, do you have a timer? He said, no. Throw a timer to do. I said, okay, listen, tell the goy to do it abnormal. I said, how abnormal? I said, hold the wire like this, it's called shinui, throw a goy, second shinui, but for a second mitzvah mutar. He said, Rabbi, this goy is devil, he's not going to be able to do this way. I said, okay, do it with the left hand. Tell the goy to do it with the left hand. What did I rely on?
On this?
On this. That according to some of the opinions, doing things with the left hand, it's a
Lower.
step lower.
Wow.
Relying on that.
But listen, according to the others, it's not a step lower. So how did you tell the goy to do Isur Doraita if it's not a step lower? So I relied on the Safek Sveka that Bala Yitur says. If you remember, we said that anything that is debatable, if it's Doraita or Derabanan, through a Jew you're not allowed to, but through a goy you'll be allowed to. Why? Even if you say it is Doraita, I have an opinion, Bala Yitur, that 14 Rishonim follow him that say even Doraita things you're allowed to tell a goy for sake of a mitzvah. Isur, if you remember about the Brit Milah, Samavashev, on Shabbat, they needed to do Brit Milah. Baby born on Shabbat, you do Brit Milah on Shabbat. But that's only if he doesn't have C-section, if it's regular way. Now,
Say it again.
C-section not on Shabbat.
Yes,
Why?
Torah says, only if the lady gives birth, natural.
А почему C-section нет? Потому что он мог выйти позже.
No.
А,
Torah says, אישה כי תזריע וילדה זכר, וביום השמיני ימול בשר עורלתו. A lady that she got tazriya, she got liquid comes out of her, and then she gets pregnant with a baby boy. Gemara says, when she was with her husband in bed, what part of her body the liquid came out whenever the peak came to? From which body part? From the bottom part.
Right, from private.
So from that part, if she's going to give birth to a boy, and the 8th day you're going to do Brit Milah even on Shabbat. But if she got the liquid come out of the bottom, I gave birth from the side, which is C-section, that's not from the same that's not following the pasuk. So she doesn't get the Yom HaShemini on Shabbat, the 8th day on Shabbat.
Wow.
You understand or no? Same as Ashla from the bottom. Ребенок вышел с стороны, со стороны, which is живота. The Gemara calls it יוצא דופן. דופן это...
живота выходит?
Да, C-section живот режет, уберет ребенок.
Yes,
Вау.
Было бы хорошо. Первый раз, что ли?
Ну, я думал, там раскрывается.
Живот.
Ну, там ничего не раскрываешь, выход. Там порвешь.
Я думал, там внутри что-то режет.
У вас надо обратно в 10-й класс.
Ну, живот режут. Вытаскивают ребенка.
Я не знал это, честно.
Wow, so how about a regular, like let's say it's not Shabbat, C-section you go 8th day, right?
Yeah, but you cannot push away Shabbat.
Wow.
Because it doesn't follow the pasuk, the system. Torah says whenever the seed came from the bottom part of the lady, if the baby will come through the same path that the seed came in, then you get the leniency of the 8th day, even Shabbat, no problem.
Because
But whenever the seed came from one point and the baby came from a different point, then it doesn't get the leniency of the 8th day.
could that affect the baby?
You know that or no, Bechor, or no?
I don't know this thing.
Бокер тов. Принеси это, книга Вайкра ему принеси.
Bring me along 8th day. That can make the baby like.
ויקרא צו שמי לי תזריע מצורע. You know the song of the parashiot?
Если вот как Авром Авину был зачат в нехорошем состоянии.
Nevertheless, you do Brit Milah on Shabbat. If he was born on Shabbat and he came out from the same place he came in.
Natural.
Но если она была недавно с ней пошел или что такое,
Все равно в Shabbat сделаешь.
я понял. Но я говорю,
Show him the first pasuk in Russian. Очки оденьте, пока мисс.
нету
But Rabbi, this is
כאן יש סוף, סודת בעצ'י, תחל משהו, בכלל?
решения, лень идти.
Да, Мавашо выходай.
А она,
Если вы не можете читать, чем еще?
что какое?
Первое.
Первое.
И говорил Бог, обращаясь к Моше так: скажи сынам Израиля так, если женщина зачнет и родит сына,
Зачнет. Откуда она зачнет?
Снизу.
Снизу. И родит сына.
родит сына,
Когда?
ста,
Снизу.
будет 7 дней, как по дни отстранения ее по обычной болезни.
Да.
Будет она нечиста.
Следующий. Байом Ашемини.
И в
8-й день.
8-й пусть обрежут крайнюю плоть,
А.
33 дня она
Все, останови, 30 дней, уже другой тем. Что Тора сказала? На 8-й день, you're gonna make Brit Milah on the 8th day, when? Когда она зачала и от этого же места родила. Family Yone? Very good. Now,
Глубоко копаете.
да, это Тора копает, не мы. Now, Gemara tells us, what if on Shabbat, the baby hot water that they prepared spilled? What do you do, Bechor? Do you do the Brit Milah on Shabbat or no?
Yes.
How? There is no hot water. Надо ножик стерилизировать делать, Brit Milah стерилизировать делать.
Это все можно делать, потому что это митцва стоит.
So says Gemara, you cannot do that.
Гой.
You can tell a goy to carry in a public domain the hot water from somebody's house to make the Brit Milah. Rabbi, outside no eruv. Public domain, Torah said not allowed. What do we say? Nevertheless, for sake of a mitzvah, you're allowed to tell the goy to do Yisur Torah in order to do the Brit Milah on Shabbat.
according to the Bali.
Balei, that's a Balei too learned out. So Rabbi Yosef says anything that has a doubt, Torah restriction or the Rabbanan restriction, you can use that Balei two opinion to make a double doubt. So that's one of the doubt is our topic right now. Telling the goy to do it with the left hand, it's going to be abnormal according to some opinions. If I tell you right now, plug in electricity to the wall, do you do it with the right hand or with the left hand?
All right.
Right?
Most people do it with the right. So even though doing with the left is not such a change, it's not such an abnormal way, it's not like doing with your nose,
Yeah.
but it's still a change. That a little change, it's enough to make it lower to the Rabbanan, according to some opinions.
Wow. Yeah. Very interesting.
Aaron Famidim, very good.
Torah is for the benefit of you.
So why can't we do that with shofar, lulav, and Megillah? You could just tell a boy to carry it on Shabbat.
You
And
could.
That problem is then you can throw it on Shabbat.
Good. Hazal were worried that one Jew in the whole history is going to carry it the wrong way and break Shabbat Doraita. Therefore they said nobody blows, no shofar, no Megillah on Shabbat.
But for Brit Milah, if they weren't.
So Ran is asking a question, says, why Brit Milah we do on Shabbat? Shofar, Torah said do on Shabbat. No, Rosh Hashanah, Papa on Shabbat, we don't do it. Why? Brit Milah you do. Says Shofar, Megillah is the general public obligation. Brit Milah, only Mohel does the obligation. So the chances for mistake is much more with Megillah and with Shofar.
Makes sense.
A Brit Milah is only individual. One Mohel, two Mohalim. How many Mohalim we have in Am Yisrael? 1,000, 10,000 from millions of Jews.
Level
Yeah, you see the
Шаббат
wisdom?
предмела и Сандер, например, следующий такой же, или Шаббат предмела сильнее?
That's
Сильнее,
for
конечно.
me, you know, it's Moshe.
Because Shabbat is
Make
the
it
holy
a thing
day.
like this.
You make a holy mitzvah on the holy day.
А женщина себя не чувствует, что она вот родила, мучилась, а получилось emergency, как говорит, medical, это должно было сделать.
C-section. What can we do?
Мучилась,
Тора это написала.
попала на Шаббат, это не разве женщина несправедливая?
Это справедливо, Тора так сказала. Справедливо мы с вами не решаем, справедливо он решает. You know, one lady, one lady didn't know that her husband was alive. She thought he died in the Holocaust. She moved to Israel, got married to another man. She was sure that her husband died in the Holocaust. After 20 years, she met her husband in Israel. Now, by Jewish law, is she allowed to continue married, stay married to her second husband or no?
No.
Rabbi, где справедливость? She was sure that the Nazis killed her husband.
Когда получали Тору на горе Синай, они тоже переженатые были. Потом
Yeah.
Тору сказали, нельзя, ребята, я
Yeah.
извиняюсь.
So you see that справедливость is not people's decision; it's God's decision. That's why one of the important reasons we need Torah. You know, Bechor, what does it mean be modest? You know, Muslims look at the Jewish ladies; they say they're not modest. What is this? Over here, open, legs open, face open, pariki, wig. What is this? That's modesty. You have to put a black sack all over your face, cover your eyebrows даже. Только чтоб глаза даже через дырки видели. Все. That's modesty. You ask the Western side of the world, right? They say, Habibi, as long as your front and back is covered, you're modest. They go there, they go there. What's the right way?
Jewish way.
So you see, they say, as long as you're not naked, you're modest. Это как американские тебе скажут. So what's the right way? He's gonna fight. He's gonna say, "Death to America! America! I'm bad people!" They scream on the news, "America! Death to America!" They make ladies naked on the streets. Naked in their eyes, it's naked. They say, "Death to this Islam, to this Hamas." Это говорит я прав, это говорит я прав. Who is right?
Jewish.
That's why you need God to make the decision. You understand? God's decision, this is justice. People's decision, today you decide like this, tomorrow you decide like that. Before Trump, he decided, the guy before him, that all the Mexicans are supposed to have opportunity in America. Borders are open.
Yeah.
Другой Devon сказал, алло, все обратно туда. What is this? Where's the justice? Справедливость нету. We pay taxpayers, these guys working on living free, sucking the government money. What is that? Nettu justice, we have to close the borders, we have to make ICE soldiers. He goes wild with this. You see these crazy videos, how is he going?
Next person, we'll see what's gonna be.
Huh? Каждый встает, говорит, I will make justice in this country. 45 presidents, 45 different ways of justice. You understand? That's why never ever we can make decisions what is the real justice. Only God, what He wrote, this is for you justice. Whoever deviates from what's written here, he has to search for the real justice. Справедливость правильная в нашей Торе. Памидет бехо Аарон. Very good.
Нас 9 человек.
Okay, we're continuing meanwhile. Now, where is your nephew?
Телефон нет, нефи тоже нет.
Okay, next.
Телефон теряется.
Therefore, Therefore, one who needs to seal something on Shabbat should instruct a goy to seal it with a seal containing non-Hebrew letters.
Open the seal or seal?
Seal. I have to elaborate over here.
Что to seal in non-Hebrew letters?
Yeah. Now, Bechor, listen to this. Shh, listen to this. There was one synagogue, I remember in Miami, during the Sukkot, Pesach. All the Syrians come from New York to Miami. Aqualina, you know Aqualina in Collins Avenue? You ever been in Miami? Collins Avenue, там большой building Aqualina. My parents used to live not too far from there. And we had a synagogue right across, Florida. Shas at the Rambam style.
Second floor.
Before it was my father's. Then my father moved to South Miami, with the Bukharians. Before it was with the Sephardis. Every Sukkot Bechor, Pesach, Devonechonadam. So many people come, unbelievable. Majority of them Syrians. Now Bechor, they buy whenever they sell. Then when they go up to Aliyah, they donate. Бабу שמתנדב, מי שברך פרסתו נטו. מי שברך, сначала сколько ты даешь? 505. Monday, Thursday, 505. This guy is unbelievable. Monday, Thursday, выходит Aliyah. The rabbi gives him מי שברך ברכה. сначала он слушает how much he donates. בעבור שמתנדב, how much you give? The guy says 505. 10 times Michael, 80 Michael. Monday, Thursday. Takiani Shedri, unbelievable.
What is the house of Torah?
Monday, Thursday? Taki Namira, Kol HaKavod. He comes right now, regular day, you can remember. What about Shabbat? There's hundreds of people there. How are you going to remember? Kartoshki Nieto, the tourists. What do? Regular synagogues have kartochkas. They're more or less the same people. Tourists, what are you going to do? Hundreds of people. Там деньги каждый шаббат по 15, по 20 тысяч. Алиот, всякие бешеберах.
Как они делают?
So they call a goy, put him behind the mechitza there. I saw him one time. The guy makes the sailing. Напиши, Jack Rubin. 10 times Michael.
Social security number.
There, phone number. He tells the phone number. He writes it. He tells the Yehudi tells the goy. Kak. We said you're allowed to tell the goy only to do rabbinic violation. Writing on Shabbat, it's rabbinic or Torah violation?
Torah.
It's Torah.
What's Fridays?
So says Avadia, listen, in the Mishkan, which language did they write?
Hebrew.
Whose phone is this?
Hebrew.
Hebrew or English?
Hebrew.
Hebrew. So Hebrew on Shabbat at the Pai Torah.
Not even that Machal, no?
No, Hebrew, yeah. Hebrew, yeah.
Form of it.
No, not tziyur, not shapes. Talking about letters. Hebrew letters.
I know, but
When it
even
comes
the
to
form
money,
is different.
We read script now.
English, пошло дело.
There's a name for this. There's a name of it. We read together. There's
Tav Ashuri.
Ashuri,
Yeah. Hebrew. Ashuri of the Sefer Torah, you mean? Yeah. This Spanish guy that writes, what language does he write? Espanol, English, other languages. He's not writing it in Hebrew.
Yes.
Writing on Shabbat in different language. At the Bai Torah or by the Rabbanan? Rabbanan. Huh? It's everything machloket. But bottom line, Rav Ovadia Yosef says, because anytime we have a debate, if it's Torah or the Rabbanan, to a Jew, not allowed to. But to a Goy, allowed to.
Рамбан сейчас у них есть умный габай, кто пишет, что Пасху пару раз там были, Валина напротив. У них есть габай, кто он делает как у нас.
Карточки. Yeah, but that's whenever there is the regular people. А когда турист, what do you do? How?
И он пишет у всех, он спрашивает,
паспорт забирают.
Passport.
подают они, и этот он пишет как везде. Пишет, а это ставит.
So, probably they found a way. So whenever the Syrians were over there, the Syrians were telling the Goy to write it down. Rav Ovadia Yosef says, פריידיוט, בסדר. Writing on Shabbat. Why is that allowed? Because what language does he write? Not Hebrew. Not Hebrew is the Rabbanan. Next, I didn't say mutar bechor. Asur, the Rabbanan. Through a goy, for sake of the kaneso not to lose the money, mutar. Aramaic is the same letters, so Hebrew. Yeah. Number 13. How about Arkady?
What is the halachic status of writing on the computer screen?
No.
Especially concerning its permanence and its classification under Torah law.
Okay.
What?
Typing, just computer screen. Computer.
Computer, typing on Shabbat on a computer. The Oraita or the Rabbanan bechor?
The Rabbanan.
What? Computer?
Yeah.
Rabbanan.
Let's see. If Bechor is right this time.
Writing on the computer screen is not considered Torah prohibition, and moreover, it is not permanent.
Oh. Last Shabbat Bechor, a lady went to give birth. Niyet doetava. Now, she wanted her mother-in-law to be with her. Not her mother, her mother-in-law. Okay? Такая ситуация была. Now, the mother-in-law has young children at home.
Yes.
She doesn't want to leave the young children by themselves.
Yes.
But in the same time, she wants to help the kelim.
Yes.
Что делать? She said, a lot of kids, не можешь. She asked Rabbi, can I go over there to the hospital before Shabbat? As soon as she's supposed to give birth any moment. Friday already maybe was supposed to give birth. In case I'll stay there Shabbat, right after she give birth, I'm going to go back home.
Yes.
I said, you cannot go back home by yourself. She said, I said, if you want, ask the guy over there to order you an Uber.
Yes.
She says, how? I said, with the phone. Because typing on the phone, when you order, is the right or the Rabbanan? Typing,
Rabbanan.
Rabbanan. Through the goy,
Rabbanan.
second the Rabbanan. For sake of a big need, because she needs to be
Okay,
home.
but now you talk about specifically about ordering. What about being in the car?
Being in the car, there is no problem. Because we say, there is no marit ayin when it comes to refuah, for a purpose of healing.
It's a Torah violation.
How did she open
Not
the
Torah
door? She
violation,
opened
no,
the door.
no.
She's not driving anything. Whatever she's, they'll open
Okay,
it.
She
you
asked the
benefit
goy-
from someone who is doing Torah violation.
She asked the goy to tell another goy. What is that called? If I ask the goy,
That's the order you say. How
Right.
is she going
מה
to get into the car
דוקטור
and go home?
מושדים כאלינם
She's not driving the car.
again, let's make order, Rabotai. One person
If she
talks.
hadn't known.
Shh, listen to this. If I turn on fire on Shabbat, I break Shabbat Torah level?
Yeah.
Good. If I tell the goy to do it, I break Shabbat the Rabbanan level?
Yes.
If I tell the goy to tell another goy,
Low price.
what is that? To the Rabbanan level.
Shoot.
Loophole. I don't like when it comes to Jewish law and loophole. Bechor already knows that. Bechor was one time living in Forest Hills. There was no parking. And he usually likes to sleep until 7:30 a.m. Then he wakes up, 8 o'clock shacharit. One day he's coming Forest Hills, circling all Forest Hills, parking this. One place he found, it says, cannot park past 7 a.m. Bechor says, not dayel et achai, avstanu paranshi. You see, Bechor comes at 6:59 a.m. with his tapachki and his bumonchik shapka, and he's moving his car.
That looks like it.
Are you going to tell him, Mr. Mavache, Bechor, you loophole the system? Why? You sleep every day until 7:30 a.m. And today, как огурчик ты встал, 6:59 you move the car, not to get a ticket. You loophole the system. Is it a loophole?
No.
The sign says 7 a.m. He moved the car 6:59 a.m. Is it a loophole? No, that's what the sign said. So that's why it's not considered to be loophole. It's whatever the Torah said. So therefore, he moved the car, no problem. So too, Torah said, you cannot turn on the fire. You cannot tell the goy to turn on the fire. But if you tell the goy to tell another goy, that's two levels the Rabbanan. Two levels the Rabbanan mutar. For sake of a mitzvah.
Вася, скажи Пете, пусть включит огонь.
Exactly. So now, can I benefit from the fire or no?
No.
Arkady, what do you say?
No.
I told Ricardo to tell Francisco to turn on the fire. Can I benefit from the fire or no?
Yes,
I
это
don't know.
Rabbanan.
What's the situation for the? Okay, maybe I don't know.
I said. I tell Ricardo to tell Francisco to turn on the fire.
Purpose.
Whatever. Cold, light, whatever the reason.
Yes, you can enjoy it now.
Why did Ricardo did that? Because Francisco asked him. Not because I asked him. So he did it because of his request, not because of my request.
Ah, that's why you allowed, yeah.
He didn't do to benefit me. If I will be sitting here, I'm trying to read. It's dark. I can't see the letters. Ricardo comes. He says, "Rabbi, you need the fire." Boom, boom. He makes a fire for me. Can I read next to the fire?
No.
No, because he turned on the fire for me.
Right.
But whenever Francisco did it because Ricardo asked him,
Oh, so he, for
why
his
Francisco
benefit.
did that?
For his benefit.
Because of Ricardo's request, not because of my benefit.
That's right.
Let's say he knows.
Because he wanted to do it, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Because he wants it for fulfillment, the kavod of Ricardo, because whatever benefit they have in between the two. So can I benefit from whatever the one guy did for another guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you could sit in a car on Shabbat?
No, not sit in the car. This is a special situation that the lady needed to drive back home after the hospital. For now, there is another halacha. The Chazal said like this: Bechor on Yom Tov, are you allowed to cook?
Yes.
Yom Tov you cook for day to day.
Yeah. Back in the day, there was no refrigerator.
Yeah.
How do we make fresh, tasty food? You need to have spices. Now you cannot buy Yavagon spices like we have today in the refrigerator, in the freezer, and keep it for a long time. People needed spices daily. Problem, what happens whenever you have 2-3 days of Yom Tov, Shabbat? How are you going to do it? Chazal said that all the stores are allowed to be open on Yom Tov. They will sell their spices, so people come the money after Yom Tov, but on Yom Tov they will take the spices to make good food, so people enjoy the Yom Tov. Чтобы они не трудились, чтобы было кайф для них. Said Chazal, listen, when you're gonna open the store used to have like this closet, like you have in the malls. In the malls there is like wagons in the middle of the как называется это? Гармошка. Stands like this. So back in the day they used to have not garmoshka, they used to have like things that block it and they open it. So Gemara says, listen, to open it you need, because people need to take out from your store, from your stand, from your booth, the spices to cook. But after you finish they already cooked. Can you close again that booth on Yom Tov?
Yes.
So Gemara, to open it we allowed you because there was a purpose for the holiday.
Там ночевать, что ли?
Who allowed you to close it? What purpose do you have for the holiday? What benefit do you have for the holiday when you close it?
Save your product.
Save your products, not to enjoy the Yom Tov.
Yes.
Okay, because
You
you're
enjoy
not
when
gonna be
it's
able to
saved.
save it. You will never open it.
Oh, so says the Gemara, if you don't allow people to close their booth,
You won't.
they will never
Enjoy.
open the booth.
Or enjoy.
This concept called, they will allow the end result because of the beginning result. So now if you come to the mother-in-law,
Lady,
В
you
шаббат
learn?
открыть магазин, значит, если вы можете открыть, значит, и в шаббат вы можете...
Ni Shabbat, Yom Tov, Yom Tov.
закрыть.
Now you come to the mother-in-law. You say, mother-in-law, John, if you're not gonna come back to your children, you're gonna leave them like this, чеке-чеке друг друга чтоб делали, это на это будет кидаться, балаган будет. Are you gonna choose to go to the hospital with the kelim, or are you going to go with the kids? Is there a big doubt that she's not gonna help the lady with the delivery or no? Is there a big chance for that or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Там не сидит, как бы.
The lady she is giving birth. Lady that giving birth. That she needs to be calm or she should be nervous?
Come.
Calm. Says the Gemara in Masechet Shabbat. A lady wants to give birth. She is blind. Bechora blind. She's asking from people, please turn on a candle. Do you turn on a candle for her or no?
Yes.
She is blind.
She doesn't matter. She wanted, she pregnant, he helped the kids,
Blind, blind.
Gemara says she's blind.
Она не
Doesn't
видит
matter
дело.
blind, no blind.
Says the Gemara, part of helping a lady that gave birth is to calm her down.
Yes.
How do you calm her down? She says, if I will be by myself and nobody will see me and I cannot see them, I will feel nervous.
Yeah.
because I'll need help. So I want to be visible to others. I cannot see. But the fact that I know others can see me, I'm feel more relaxed.
Yes.
So put it on.
Can you, Yehudi,
Yes.
turn on a fire
Yes.
on Shabbat
Yes.
to a blind lady?
Yes.
She's not going to see nothing.
Yes.
Why? To calm her.
Down.
So now come to the mother-in-law and say, mother-in-law, John, if you're not going to come back, you're going to stay the whole Shabbat over there, your kid's going to be hungry, tired, beating each other up. Are you going to go there, or are you going to say, listen, find somebody else to help you?
No, you have to go.
She's going to feel maybe not to go.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And then what's going to be with the lady? She's going to be
Nervous.
nervous.
Yes.
What Torah said, you're allowed to even turn on a fire to calm her down.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to say, okay, you can go, but you cannot come back. She's going to go or no?
No, but
What did we learn from the store? Hetiru sofan mishum tchilata.
but to come
Chazal
back,
allowed the end result because of the beginning result. So if you're not going to allow her to come back, there is a big chance that she will never go in to begin with.
That's all the case.
Yeah.
put it up.
You see, Rabotai, whenever they asked me this, it was Friday, 4 or 5 p.m. I needed to boom, run all this in my mind. I type a tshuva. By 6:30 there was minchas. By 6:30 I finished the tshuva. I was trying to find all the sources to get that tshuva done.
Wow.
Now, Bechor, how important it is for us to learn all the details of the Torah.
Okay.
Last thing, Bechor, I'll tell you. Turn off the camera because it's a private thing.
I said about electrical car.